Thank you. And you're right back there, right? Thanks. Our volumes. Mitch has said if we want something louder, do this or this, so just let me know and I'll let him know. He's in the back, but he'll look to me and I will point to if it's you, this or this, and likewise. Okay? Shabbat shalom.
two monitor speakers. We're not using them.
Is this any better? Let me turn it down. I'm going to turn it down some. Testing 1, 2. That's better.
לכו נרננה על אדוני, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה על אדוני. נריע, נריע, לצור אישנו, נגמר לפניו. נריע, נריע, לצור אישנו, בזמירות נריע לו. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה על אדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה על אדוני. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Well, almost Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Almost. All right, mostly Shabbat Shalom. How are you all? How was your week? Chilly. We got very excited when we saw the temperature this morning was going to be back in the 40s. I posted a comment on Facebook to all of our friends in higher latitudes saying, you have the temperament and the clothes for it. Don't mock us in the semi-tropics when we think 41 is cold. Happy to have everyone joining us tonight, including those distance davening with us following our congregational live stream. Happy to have you, however, virtually, and we hope you made an opportunity to download a copy of our satellite Siddur beforehand so you can follow along and stay in orbit. We are delighted to have on hand, Cantor, move back half a step so I have eye contact, thank you, Lucille Gaeta! Anyone watch The Muppet Show this week? I feel like Kermit the Frog. Lucille Gaeta, yay! Lucille's a longtime friend, a wonderful accompanist, and we're delighted to have her join us this evening to back up my pulpit partner because last week's Shabbat Shira was the launch of Jewish music season. So tonight, while this is always a singing congregation, our cantor has special music lined up for us, and she's doing the sermon by way of being a wonderful lesson about and exploration of melody in the Jewish spiritual tradition. Let's open in our prayer books to page 142. And middle of the page, let us share together what we've come to think of as our mission statement, as a shared aspiration. 124. Well, this is why I don't teach history anymore. I metathesized. Was that 1654 or 1564? What page is it, everyone? 124. And if you're there and in the middle of the page, it would have been fun seeing if everyone read 142. I have no idea what's there. In the immortal words of Sean Connery in the third and arguably best of the Indiana Jones movies, we'll find out when we get there. Page 124, together, everyone. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely. May may be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May the synagogue be for all who enter the doorway to a richer, more meaningful.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו
וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת.
Everyone smile at the person closest to you didn't come with and wish them Shabbat Shalom. Because now it's official. Satellite Sidur, you're at the top of page 2, in-house, page 138. And we're going to do an all-star top of the chart song every Friday night since 1575. Lecha Dodi by, I think, 1985 melody by Craig Tauman.
לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת לקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת לקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת לקבלה. מראש מקדם נסו קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Last verse. עטרת בעלה, אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת.
Pnei Shabbat.
Pnei Shabbat nekabela.
Page 144 in our prayer books. Chatzi Kaddish is always our transition from the preliminaries into our evening worship service. Chatzi Kaddish on page 144. Let's see who's sharpest with the response. Are you ready? Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Very nice. Belma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayedechon v'chayetavan v'alma v'imru.
Amen.
146. Let us rise together for the call to worship.
Baruch.
Partner.
Shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat yismechu b'malachutecha. Shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshi Shabbat kulam Oto karata Shabbat, Ismechu b'malachutecha. Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei onei Shabbat.
Now, we could go right into Tefillah on page 164. We could, but we're not gonna. Go ahead. Beg me to tell you why. Because, I'm glad you asked, it's the first Friday of the month. That makes this our celebration Shabbat, in which we make an occasion to honor and celebrate all the members of our temple family who have milestones this month now begun. This month of February, we had Esther Cartman and Melissa Kell, who had birthdays already this week. And coming up later on in the month, Richard Eisinger, Donald Barger, Lydia Kruger, huzzah, and Audrey Snyder. She's usually sitting right there as a reflexive thing. And Steve Goldenberg, Diane Yora, Thomas Rosenberg, Lynn Wilk. Sorry, back there, hiding on the other side. Hi, Lynn. Judy Margalewski, right there, 2 on the aisle. You're wonderful enough to count as 2. And Leonard Weisberg, Betsy Rosenberg, Mitch Braun, Alan Kruger, and Sally Aaron there on the also next from the aisle, 2 on the aisle, 4 on the aisle. You guys are always one better than everyone else. So Simon Tov and Mazel Tov. So all of our birthday and anniversary
Ve'yado afkid ruchi be'edi
and draw me near, I shall not fear, safely in your hand.
Ve'yado afkid ruchi be'edi shani ayah V'im ruchi gevriati Adonai lo yira V'im ruchi Adonai.
Kiddush. Have a seat in the front row, okay? If you're leaving Bob behind, you can't have it by yourself. I'm sorry. So much for anniversary celebrations. I'm always excited about Kiddush, and unfortunately, the more painful things we trying to bypass, but in fact, that's part of the program too. We've come back together in song. We need to be together in prayer on behalf of members of our congregation. And the cantor was not clearing her throat because she's a professional musician and wants to be ready to go. She was clearing her throat to remind me, you're skipping Misha Berach again. Do you know what's in the laundry department right next to the Aaron Go bra? The Freudian slip. I would just assume that we didn't have congregants or their friends and families unwell on any given Shabbat, especially the first Friday of the month celebration Shabbat. So I think that's why I probably tend to bypass Misha Berach, but they need it, and we need to reach out to them. For Leah Jacobson, Joan Thompson, and Bert Posner, Jane Barron, Larry Satcher, as well as friends and kinfolk of our congregants from our prayers have been asked. For Julie Fitzgerald, Susan Donahue, Marianne Mulligan, Brandon Ben Sharon, Teddy Emerson, Pete Carochi, Sandra Footlick, Jim McDonald, Alba McDonald, Bernie and Barbara Friedrich, Nan Needleman, Rick Wilk, Mayor Ben Chayafega, Avalakava, Hughes, Tom Boucher, Scott Snyder, Martha Eldridge Stark, Barbara and Steve Duquesne, Joan Rick, and all those whose names we might want to call out and build our prayer list, please. We reach out conceptually to all those in need of healing as with our cantor we sing together this prayer for healing.
Let's read together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'av ratzon inchilanu zikaron l'maseh v'reisha v'otanu kidashta mikol.
Over to you, Professor.
Happy musical Shabbat, and an extra happy musical Shabbat to King of You Please Do. The second setting is very popular in Israel, so Hanita, you may well know it. If you know it, please join in. If you don't, just listen and you'll know it for next time. As for our first selection, which, by the way, was composed by the inimitable Max Janowski, I have no doubt whatsoever that this is special to you and that you know it as well as I do. Hopefully, though, you'll just listen to it this time. You have the English in case you don't know what it is for this once. Avinu Malkeinu Shema Kolenu ותפנו אבינו מלכנו כל דבר וחרב רב מעלינו אבינו מלכנו כל חולצה ומסטין מעלינו אבינו מלכנו אבינו מלכנו כותבנו בספר חיים טובים אבינו מלכנו חדש עלינו חדש lives in Israel and a son. Might I steal yours? Sorry. Oh no, you don't have my words. You forget that. Just kidding. Thank you. We'll share because you've got the
That's right. I have my big solo. I know where it comes in.
This is a parody written by Rabbi Joe Black for Purim. The melody you all know, and I'm going to do the verse. You're going to come in for the chorus 3 times, and as soon as we start it, you'll know the tune. Now we think we know the whole Megillah, but this, according to Joe Black, is the real story of Purim. Each year on Purim, we have to endure him, that horrible chauvinist ruler, King Achashverosh, the man with the mind of a sewer. Ay, 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 Esther the queen is our heroine. She saved the day by paving the way for Haman to taste his own medicine. When Vashti, the queen, refused to be seen, the king sent someone to get her. She wouldn't come out, so he let out a shout and said,
I'll go and find someone better.
Ay, 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 Esther, the queen, is our heroine. She saved the day by paving the way for Haman to taste his own medicine. The queen, she saved the day by paving the way.
I welcome visitors worshiping with us tonight, and I invite you to stay on hand for the Oneg Shabbat following services. And Cantor Jacobson's annual musical Shabbat, particular Cantor, I thank you for that in celebration of the Jewish musical season. And a special thank you to our musical guest, Lucille Gaeta. Lucille, thank you. Rabbi Gross and Carol thanked the JCMI family for the warm welcome extended on January 30th, last Friday, to the granddaughter Nitza, whose participation in their last Friday of the month, Torah Shabbat, marked the kickoff of her bat mitzvah weekend. And whether you realize it or not, for a bar mitzvah, it isn't the big Saturday reading, it is the first time you read and say the blessings over the reading from the Torah. So if this was Nisa's first time, she actually shared her bat mitzvah with us.
You were there.
Tonight's Oneg was coordinated by Lynn Wilk, Mitch Braun, Bob Jarez, Sandra Heckler, Phyllis Rosenblum, Robin Singer, and Beth Weinberg. Our Oneg is sponsored by Denise Schwartzman and Marlene Glass in honor of the bakers and the workers of Bubby's Bakery. Let's give a round of applause to everyone who participated in Bubby's Bakery. Our lovely flowers are sponsored by Aaron, Keith, Tony, and Alter, and the Iglesias family. Am I saying that right, Keith? Angela. And Angela family, in loving memory of Stephen M. Alter. And also by Paul and Lydia Kruger, in memory of Ida Kruger, Paul's mother. Current details of everything going on in congregational life can be found on our website, and our monthly newsletter, The Messenger, and in the semi-weekly email notifications we send out to membership. Tonight, I remind everyone, the Neil Diamond Tribute Concert will be tomorrow, the 7th, at 7:30 p.m. You can still purchase tickets at jcmimusic.com. The next film, Running on Sand, will be Sunday, February 15th at 2 p.m. You can also buy tickets at jcmimusic.com or at the door the day of the show. Next month's Women's Book Club will meet Tuesday, February 17th at 11. The book of the month is Frozen River by Ariel Lawton. You can find flyers around the building. Please note the date change. If you've already purchased tickets for the Bee Gees concert, it will be Saturday, March 14th at 7:30, not March 21st. Monday Night Bingo, doors open at 5 p.m. The game starts at 6:30. The Chess Club meets every Tuesday from 9:30 to 12 p.m. Please contact Irv Pavlov. Thursday Mahjong is back from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Please bring your lunch. If you have any questions, contact Shirley Posner. The office is selling Memorial Yahrzeit candles. Do not forget to bring in food for those in the community who are less fortunate when you come on Fridays, or leave a donation in the tzedakah box, and I thank you for that. And now, as we move to the conclusion of tonight's service, I invite to the bema our final honorees, Beth and Frank. Let us please reopen our prayer books to page 586 and rise together for Elena.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Our Kaddish prayer on page 598 is a tribute on this Shabbat to Edith Yorks and Tama Weissman, whose families observe yet the month of Shloshim, and to these the anniversaries of whose death were observed during the week now ending. Stephen Alter, Sadie Avretten, Abraham Cooperman, Ruth Goldstein, Phyllis Greenspan, Abe Hankin, Abe Jacobson, Herb Germanic, Frida Kozlow, Ida Kruger, Eva Levin, Bernard Levine, Herman Lintz, Sigmund Migden, Becky Nachmias, Elizabeth Poverman, Robert Sachs, Josephine A. Sakes, Dr. Victor Silberstein, Beatrice Silverman, and Alex Tuller. Anyone have Avalut or Yahrzeit in addition? Zichronam livracha, may remembering them be always a blessing. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabba, and ma divrach yirutei v'yom nichmal chutei. Chayechon v'yom echon, chayei dechol bet Yisrael. V'hagala v'yizman kari v'imru. Shmei Rabba mavorach, l'olam ol mei ol maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. Yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal, shmei de kudusha, richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Shalom Rabba min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. V'seh shalom bimramo. Ya'atzeh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. May the maker of peace on high make peace for us, for all Israel, for those who mourn, and let us say.
Amen.
You remember the beginning of the evening when we sang Craig Talman's fun, the slightly goofy melody for Lecha Dodi? Say yes, Rabbi. Well, on page 625, we're going to use the same melody for Adon Olam. But if you don't turn to page 625, you'll end up singing Lecha Dodi all over again, and then we have to do the whole service top to bottom. And you'll miss out on cookies. We don't want that, do we? In which case, what page are we on? Professors?
Adon Olam, Asher Hashem Allah,
B'terem kol yetzir
Li'ed noso v'chapso kol, Azai melech shemo nikro, la 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 la. Adon Olam, Asher Hashem Allah, B'terem kol yetzir nivra. Li'ed noso v'chapso kol, Azai melech shemo nikra. ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא ג'וינין והוא היה והוא הווה והוא יהיה בתקרה לה 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 אדון העולם אשר השם מלך בטרם כל יציר עברה ליד נעשו ותחפש כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא והוא אחד ואין שני להמשילו להכבירה בלי רשת ולא לא 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 שמענו כל יצירה ליד נעשו וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא בידו אפקיד רוחי את אישן ויעירה ועם רוחי גביעתי אדוני לי ולא אירא לה 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 אדון העולם אשר השם מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא ליד נעשו וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא לה 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 אדון העולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא ליד נעשה וחפצו כל אזי מלך אזי מלך שמו נקרא.
I was going to drop to A minor and do 5 or 6 more verses. Everyone turn to the person who earlier said Shabbat Shalom, say Shabbat Shalom back, and let's go eat cookies. And thank you, Cantor and Lucille.
Thank you. You're welcome. So next time you'll know Bahishei Amdan, we can do it together. Right? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Rabbi, thank you. That was great.
Thank you. I told you, Bert said he's wonderful.